It was very formal. The Friday night were big. There was 700-800 people every Friday night, 500 maybe. But it was very sophisticated, and the sisterhood poured the tea, and it was very formal. Saturday morning was only a bar mitzvah crowd, and we had a smaller choir until later years, where we brought the 8 professional choir down. The organ was cut off because there was no way to repair it anymore, and the style of worship also changed a little bit and progressed into what we have nowadays at Holy Blossom. But in the early days, it was Douglas Bodel and the choir. It was incredible for me because many synagogues did not have this choir. Even in the 70s and 80s, many synagogues cut out the choir. The choir in a choir loft and the organ was so far away from the cantor that there was always a delay. There's a delay in the acoustics. So we couldn't do any rhythmic or upbeat music. It always was this beautiful, formal kind of, and Douglas Bodel, of course, was an incredible organist. Incredible. He was the chairman of the organ department at U of T. And he didn't particularly like Jewish music because he was a Baroque person, and he loved only Baroque music and romantic music, nothing of the stuff that I brought in like Oriental. In fact, he used to go to Rabbi Marmor and tell him that the cantor never sings what's on the page, which is the art of chazanut, because you improvise like in jazz. But then I said to him, make sure that at the end of the phrase you hear the cantor come to a cadence which the congregation can join in. But I improvised in between, and Douglas just couldn't follow the accompaniment. Anyway, at one point he left, and I think the person that used to tune the organ passed away or wasn't functioning anymore. So we cut all the cords. Ben Steinbrück told me that the organ needed to be an electric organ, not a pipe organ, because the foundation and the wall would not hold the pipes. So they put the best organ, to what I'm from what my understanding is, and I don't know which year they put it in, but it was an electric organ. And at one point, really, after Douglas Bodel left, I had several other accompanists, and we brought the choir down, and the baby grand. That was before we changed the sanctuary with having the seats, facing the lower bima, because it was Rabbi Jason who told me that if we want to have the congregation sing, we have to dismantle the big upper bima and bring the rabbi and the cantor down to the lower table. And so they invested a good part of money, I forget again, maybe 15 years ago, of doing the lower bima, which brought me closer and the rabbi closer to the congregation. Even the most formal moment I remember, after the cello and the violin playing Kol Nidre from the upper bima, when we walked down and I started the Or Zaru Ala Tzadik, it was closer to the people, and there I associated myself with my little Hasidic shtibel, this Polish little Hasidic synagogue that was like a block away from my home. And I felt I was closer to the people as I was in my childhood, really not being a chazan, but being one of the kids who stood around the chazan in the bima. Slowly, we started to encourage the people to sing more and to trust what I was trying to do musically